Welcome back, guys. This week I'm going to be getting into doing some work on the ute finally. Try and get a lot of the welding done in the engine bay hopefully. And cutting some more pieces to size and just getting it ready for some bulk and stuff like that. So firstly I've gone around with the wire wheel around the edges where I'm going to be welding, just so I can get a nice weld and so there's no pain in the way, so the metal, the weld actually sticks to it. A little bit more to do there. And been looking at some photos of some other ones and they've smoothed these out, which I want to continue to do. That one is probably nearly there. There's a little bit of a stuff there, but might have to get filled with bog. That one needs doing. That one I've done a bit. And the one behind there needs doing. So I'll get into trying to smack them. Also, it'd be good if I had an oxy or a blowtorch so I can heat it up and hit it, but I've actually been just holding this on for about 5 minutes on it, just making it a little bit softer to hit, so it's not ideal, but it's making it a little bit better. I got them in enough, which should be good enough for the bulk to cover. Same as this side, it's enough, and the rest will just be bulked. Started grinding this side. That possibly gonna have to pull the steering shaft out. So I'm going to have a go at squaring this side, one up and get the welder onto it and just tack it into place. Even if I just tack the front and, I don't know, I'm just going to try something with it, see if I can get it sitting into the right position. Also, I find it really hard to try and get the camera in a good position while I'm working on this engine bay, so just bear with me. I'm trying different positions for it to stay in and stuff like that. But, yeah. Well, that seemed to work a lot better than I thought it would. It's literally just tacked in there very nicely. I've got a tack in everywhere I need to. It bent with the chassis rail there very nicely. Yeah, it just worked good. Now this other side I'll probably get into tomorrow. It needs cutting. I need to blow the stuff out of here. I've done some grinding and this side now fits. I've just got to get a screwdriver under there like I do and pry it up so I can tack weld it there, just so it's in the right position. So now I've got them tack welded there in at the right height. I should be able to push this side down and tack welded on that side, and same up the front here. There we go. It's in shape now. Just needs obviously the final stitch welding. I didn't really get there, but I'll get that after. It's a new day, gonna get back into it, maybe start doing some more welds so it's welded the whole way around. Working my way through, storm bit by bit. I'd go do one on this side, then do a couple welds on this side, do some on this edge here, back to this side. I've got my bucket of water with a rag so nothing warps too bad. It's starting to look good actually, so pretty happy with it. I'm gonna leave it there for now, give the welder a break and stuff like that, but just time, it's just taking its time, that's all. So once I get that all welded, I'll probably start grinding it back so it's smooth, see if there's any spots I've missed with the welder, any pinholes and stuff like that. Grind it back as best I can, and obviously the rest will just get filled with filler, but yeah, try and get it the majority of the way smooth. So my wagon's just thrown an engine code and I'm in the left hand side kick panel, gonna bridge the wires so I can find out what the code is. But while I'm here, I'm gonna lift the carpet up and see if I can find the build sheet. So, carpet. Beautiful. It's still intact, that's cool. Oh, that's very cool actually. I might actually laminate that or do something, put it in with the book, because I've still got... Oh no, it doesn't. I thought it had the original book with it, but it doesn't. But that's cool that I've got that. Very cool. So unfortunately the ute work has been put on hold because I just realised Summernats is less than 2 months away and I've got to get the car ready. So I've got this other diff here and I've rang up. I wanted to get some diff gears and a mini spool for it. So I've rang up a place and I've found out that the diff centres are the same as the ones in the solid axle in this. So as you know, I put the LSD in this and I've got the 3 9s with the mini spool in there. So though that diff's coming out of that housing there and it's going into that housing, which that housing will go in there, which should make this get up and go a lot better. Just a lot quicker off the line and just, it's going to be awesome. I know the first gear in these are pretty short and it probably will be short, but it should still liven it right up a bit. Got the diff out, got the caps out. Now that's all I can do for tonight. I don't have a socket and rattle gun to get that yoke off. I end up getting the other pinion out. That's a 3 9 mini spool there. Diff there with the pinion to match. So as always, I've ran into problems. Found out this is an M80 diff. So my diff won't actually, these gears won't actually go into it. And these are the 2 pinions. So that's the pinion out of the 3 9 out of the ute. And that's the pinion out of this diff, which would be the same as the one in my car. So it actually has these little dick here to go inside the tail shaft. It's like a locating pin. So that'd bolt in and everything, but the tail shaft wouldn't have anything to locate on, and it just wouldn't do good. So for that pinion there, they usually have a yoke on it that bolts up to that. So I've got the car on the hoist. I'm measuring the back tail shaft to see if it's going to be similar to that tail shaft I have there. That way I might be able to pull that apart and get it balanced and put that end on it. So we're working our way through the problems, hoping to get the 3.9s in. If not, it'll just be a spooled standard, what's in it, the 287. So it'd be, if not, it'll just be spooled 287. But we're getting there. So I'm at work. I just picked up this bad boy. Plans have changed again. Gears won't fit in the diff. So I've gone out and bought a 346 diff, so different ratio. And I'm just going to get a mini spool for it, put that in, and be done with it. I'll put the other diff back together out of the ute, and then I'll have a 346. 346 should be better. So I'm going to stop talking diffs for the moment. I'm going to rip this sound system out. I need the subs. The bottom sub that was in there was blown, and it's really heavy, so I want to take it out for some of that. I do want to customise it a bit. It was shaped for me dad's Commodore, which I'll show you when it's out, but I want to chop a bit off the back so I could get it as far back as possible. But for some of that, I've got another sub up there that I'm going to chuck in so I could still have some nice music, but just going to be taking the box out for now. Now, from memory, this was a prick to get in, and it's going to be a prick to get out. The boot's all stripped out, and I just went down to Bunnings, got a bit of wood. I'm going to make some wood just to go in the boot, flush on the floor, just to make it more solid. So I've got the bit of wood in, just sitting in there for now. I've just pulled all the amps and wires back through. I've just got another sub sitting in there, which I'll probably just have in while some nets is on. But yeah, so I'm not going to mount the wood down, but the compressor will mount through it, so that'll hold it down. Be 4 screws in that, and yeah, so I'm on my way to neatening up the boot a bit. So that's it without the carpet in it. I'm just I bunged up a bit of it there, but just want to get it sitting flush and get these holes drilled so I can mount the compressor back down. So I got the compressor half mounted now, it's in place. Just going to put this hose onto the tank, and then probably put the other sub box in and mount it in and mount the amps. So the boot's all done for now. It come up pretty neat. Compressor's all mounted. I've cut a hole out where the tank is so you can see it. I wouldn't mind getting a sticker to here, not sure what I would want on there yet, but got the temporary sub mounted in, speakers amp that side, sub amp that side. It should look good once the other box is in there. Like, the other box should come to about here, and you'll still see this. So I do want to get a nice sticker made up for there, maybe Fly SC6 or something like that. But I got all the back seat back in, So it's looking good. Untwisted that middle seat belt. Just a few more tidying up and get the diff in and it should be ready for some minutes. So I'm gonna leave the video there. The video was a bit all over the place, from welding in the engine bay to working on the VZ with the diffs, and then into the boot, doing like recreating the boot basically. But a bit all over the shop, but should be alright. So next video might get into, I have to order the spool for the diff going into VZ, and maybe a little bit of tidying up on it. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Check out my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.